I will. It's starting to be like a radio show now. It's just like these. I wish I had direction for my videos, but like, it's just the task. The testimony of the American ruling class at this time, imprisoned in the Aqua Hotel. Um, and we're gonna okay. We're gonna be talking about economics. Like a quick recommendation of a book. It's you know, Life from Light. Tells you about a Swiss scientist. Is an actual scientist, and he just like wanted to see, you know, you can give a copy of this to your like nutritionist who says like how many pieces of cheese do you eat a day? You're not eating enough cheese. Like, give them a copy of this and tell them to kill themselves. This is a book about it's Michael Werner, and there's the whole thing in here. It's called like anorexia. Like, uh, they don't live in objective reality. The science, they have monitors on him to sort of like see what happens. You don't eat for a long time. You can't do that. Would fatten you up. You know, light from light. I'm already trying to be funny. It's a distorted personality talk. I was trying to do this like differently, but I had to like go through a battle with people who don't know about objective reality. So like I want to talk about the newspapers to you guys, and like first of all, what do I think I'm doing? By the way, that's a really important point. Okay, listen to me very carefully. Okay, I was asked this who I think I am. Okay, you like Henry Rollins, Black Flag? Okay, right. He said, "Well, be the media." So, oh, there's a job occupation for me, right? Because I don't have to work. I live in objective reality, so I know I don't have to work for a living. Um, right. But what I could do that no one can do is because they're busy doing their thing. Right. I could look at like all the newspapers and see what's important and do what the media should do, but they can't because they like have owners or whatever's going on there. But I mean, saying like this is this is a logical thing to do. This isn't who do you think you are, or do you think you're the Messiah, or anything like that. Okay, it's just you're an arrogant know-it-all. Well, no. It's just no one else has time to sit in like a hotel and like look over all the different papers and stuff, and certainly they have to work. There's some people who don't live in objective reality. But what's interesting is this, like I wanted to talk about, there's an article about Oswald Spengler in National Interest, who is the sort of author that Francis Parker, who, by the way, I told one of my minors, they should know this. I don't know if she Francis Parker is, but like, or if she knew who that was, or if they see the pages, or they know about the Facebook people. But in other words, he's most known for being one of the prosecutors at the Nuremberg trials. That is, he prosecuted Nazi war criminals. What? I didn't hear that. Well, you didn't hear anything about Francis Parker. Um, but second of all, okay, like here's a little bit of like, well, it's not funny. It's not funny. It's as though it's meant to be funny. But this is what irony is, like all these writers for economics papers like trying to talk to people who live in objective reality and like understand irony. So it doesn't take a lot to like tell you about reality, but they actually know how to use words correctly. So, for example, like I just explained to you, if you want to understand, or like whatever I don't know what they're saying, like anywhere else, but like this is see, this is it's not meant to be funny, but it is. Right, right, right. Asked, right. Ed Trott is a former major, like accounting standards board member, like at a past time. Whether or not he trusted bank accounting. He said, no, absolutely not. Okay. What does that mean though? Is he doesn't trust bank accounting? I'm telling you, it's like scams on the public or something. He said, look, the sheer volume of what's being referred to as trading, okay, any of the major banking institutions suggests that the bank itself like isn't what it appears to be. That is, it's not what it seems. It's sort of like whatever. So what is it? What are the like? What is it, like inter alpha banks and all this shit, and even like Wells Fargo or something? Maybe up the scale to these things. You're talking about international banking. You're called a conspiracy theorist by these fucking kikes. Like with when you believe there's a bunch of banks like. Well, no, they called themselves the Inter-Alpha Banking Group. They formed after they deregulated the currency market for rational reasons. But wait, oh wait, you don't know about rational reasons? Oh, you don't know the currency market was deregulated? Like, oh, you don't know anything about that? But when I say it, you argue with me? Kind of sick fucks. Like, but that's why it's in this situation. But I'm saying, like, what does it mean? Not what the banks are, what they seem. So, look, people who are like, it's just, sophisticated investors, like in the ruling class, are now perceiving the banks as just, they're calling them black boxes. Like, they're just like, we don't know what they are at this point, or like, in what way they said that the lower level investors, like rich people too, but like dumb rich people, like are so often part of their dialogue is that the bank's assets are probably lower than book value. That's sort of their dialogue. We assume it's lower than book value, right? But it indicates, right, that sophisticated investors and like people right, or at that level, or at like your narrator's level in some sense. This is like what I'm talking about. Right, so what do we mean book? It's not really a book value. That means that they have no confidence in the stated value of the assets of any of these black boxes that like are in an integrated network that's been operating since 1971 and like disintegrating, driving all the economies in a low wage, low growth equilibrium. Then part of why the physical economy is disintegrating, like. This is like not interesting to people, or like I'm a psycho for being interested in it or concerned. I'm supposed to like, okay, that's that. Yeah, it's funny. It's good to kidnap people that are been out of shape. I mean, it sort of like makes the point. But I'm gonna do like a quick thing about. I'll go back to another paper and we'll do another video.